Hello YouTube, this is Davmar1079 bringing you another World of Warship live stream. And as the title suggests, this time, just like what we did with the American branch of battleships and the Japanese branch of battleships, we shall be doing that of the British battleships. So, that'll be good. And also this, kind of like the Japanese, I do not have all of the ships for that, of the British branch. I don't have Vanguard, sadly. But, to kind of almost keep within the theme of, I guess, it somewhat, I did not complete the newer branch of battleships with Kansas. So, technically, I'm staying within the parameters of warships that Britain had during war times. Vanguard happened after World War II, so she was pretty much the last battleship ever made. And yes, I'll even show the ones that I do not have, which I know are British battleships that did serve in the Navy for the British Royal Navy and everything, that I sadly do not have. Not counting the other sister ships like the Duke of York. That one didn't serve, is not a real ship, I do not believe. I believe this one was a paper ship. Yeah, paper ship. I sadly do not have the Hood, which is a British battleship that served, even though she was destroyed in 1939. But if I ever do get her, I will happily do a video on her and all that. I do not have the Nelson, not Nelson. Sadly, do not have this battleship. That is still to me a weird design. But she did serve. I think that's about it. And since I showed that one, I guess I'll show the Hood. You can see all about her just a little bit, just like the other one, which can go on pause. Sadly, I don't have those ships to go with the British Navy, but I do have a couple of ships that did serve in her navy, like. I still don't know how to really I still don't know how to technically pronounce her. This one that definitely served, I'm pretty sure, in the First World War. This one that definitely probably did, since she's based off the Dreadnought design. HMS Dreadnought. Iron Duke. Definitely know that one probably served. Yep. And of course, Queen Elizabeth, which she definitely served. She probably served in her class. Probably served in World War I as hell as II. And of course, the newer versions of these ships, the King George V class, which did serve in the Second World War, and actually was one of the main ship types there. That actually, I think it was King George V that actually was with the tongue's going out. This ship was actually with the Hood when she got destroyed, when she sunk, when the German battleship and German heavy cruiser Prince Eugen actually sunk her. But like I said, oops, going too far. I do not have, sadly, that of Vanguard. She is, however, that of a newer battleship of pretty much, and of all the battleships in all the branches that served, were made, Vanguard here, I believe, was the very last one ever made. Yes, entered service 1946. But she was definitely the last British battleship made, but I'm pretty sure the last British one ever made, but I'm pretty sure she was the last one built entirely. I believe that of the French ones, with that of Resolute, was commissioned sometime after. Yep. In the Russian battleships, they never existed except for the Tier 3, and again, the Italians still don't have their battleships. But yeah, it's so far I've kept up with all the lines. Kansas is not a battleship is not an American battleship that was ever made. It was made up till Iowa, and I have the preceding class of North Carolina. I just don't have that of South Dakota class. I don't have the battleship Alabama or Massachusetts. The same goes for the Japanese. Everyone except this one was made. So I had pretty much all of the classes, including Yamato. Of course, the next one will be after the British, after some time, will be that of the Germans, and I believe all their ships where they all entered service. Yes, every last one of their battleships entered service, and I will get to that at a later date. And so on with the French, which, who knows, I still definitely will not have, as you can see, I will not have Resolute, and I don't have Dunkirk. The Russians as well, sadly, do not have her. And the Italians will take some time. I might just do what Italian cruisers I have as one of those. Or who knows, maybe I'll buy some doubloons and get me another battleship. I've been stalling. Let's actually get to it. Let's actually get to some combat. So, of course, we'll start off with the very oldest, going up to the very newest. Well, newest and actually serving in the war. So, we'll just start with the oldest that was served in the Royal Navy to the last one that actually served in the Royal Navy, which was the King George V class battle cruisers. Since, like I said, don't have the battle cruiser Hood, and I don't have Nelson. I think I'm saying that right. And that's probably I just now realized, and if any of you realized too, with the Germans, I will not have the pocket battleship Scharnhorst either, which I have to look back at that after this battle, but yeah. She was a battleship too in the German Navy. Or in the Kriegsmarine, if you want to be more historically accurate. Second anniversary flag of the game flying in the wind right next to the Union Jack.
Battle starts.
And from the video where this ship is, from the Bell I can still not say this dreadnought's name right. But I have gone a little bit better with her since the video with my friend Driven. Let's see if it'll show it in the live stream. It's actually me live, where you can actually see me get tongue twisted and actually do some shots here. And also this, before I forget, I want to thank you all for getting my one video over 3,000 the last time I checked in viewership. That to me is just amazing, and also getting me up to 65 subscribers. I had the hump, I was over a little hump to where I'd get like 49, go down, lose one, and then go back to 48. I stayed in the 40s, but I want to thank you all for getting me past that hump and then some. Pretty much for the longest time, I had the viewership out of all my friends that do YouTube. But I did not have the subscribers. We were all in the 40s, pretty much. Only other one was that of my friend, Mr. Luck, which he is a good YouTuber as well. He had the most, but now I am now taking the reins for both, which I hope one day we can actually. It would be almost nice if we could actually get into a competitive streak like that. But sadly, he hasn't been posting lately since he is working because of his job. But I do think when he gets time, and if we do decide as something maybe I could live stream during the holidays like Halloween, maybe Thanksgiving, or that of Christmas, that we might get on like GTA or something to where we can all just have fun and screw around on. Which me and my friends did decide that a little bit to do. Oh, I'm in trouble. Torpedoes, nothing but battleship firing on me. Yeah, but that's something nice. We can do some little fun races that we do, drag race, just fly. If we go online, someone attacks us, we just go after them. Add to my car collection that I have way too many. Which is, if you go look up my GTA 5 garage tour, you will see I have plenty. I've expanded into that of my arcade, for that garage last time I got on was probably about a year ago or so. Aw. Darn. But as we did for the Japanese, we shall watch this great dreadnought sink below the waves. But yes, might be able to do something like that if we get enough of us together and have some fun in it. Oh, she broke in half. So we'll see how that plays out. It is getting closer to Halloween. But we'll see how we go from there. Some of them said, yeah, we can do something like that, have fun doing all that. Because actually, look, I think the last time I did anything YouTube related with GTA was actually that of Halloween last year, so it'll definitely be at least a year for the channel to get anything like this. And with how this is going, this battle, I think we're gonna lose that one. So let us continue on over to the next tier 3, the one that you actually get when you start the British branch. I'll let you see the armor layout. And you can see right there, little bio and everything. So now let us get going. Oh yeah, I forgot. Does this thing have a permanent camouflage? No. Oh well. And so far, even though it seems like our first battle was our first ship, looks like it'll possibly be that of a loss. Hopefully, though, we don't get lost with the rest of our ships. But we shall see. this too, for whenever it comes down to me going to the, when I get to the German branch of battleships, I'm either thinking of either switching back that of the Bismarck for that stream to that of keep putting back a regular commander besides the one I have for him right now, and actually giving him his actual German paint scheme instead of the one I have, which is the Megatron commander and skin.
Battle starts.
Which I could do, which that'd be neat to do. Gonna keep everything historically accurate as that one was. Ones that I can obtain of camouflages. Keep her in line in color scheme was that of her sister ship Tirpitz. But I'll keep the one commander for that ship. I just changed her back to an actual regular looking ship. Sadly, that one, just like how long it took me, was Iowa. She's not at all upgraded in the slightest. I believe I could get her the hull upgrade, but that's just about it. And like with right now, the King George V battle cruiser. Can't get her anything except the hull upgrade, since I don't play tier 6 battles a lot, even though I have the money to. I'm still somewhat of going money way, with maybe getting one of those trophies was that of for Iowa, getting the installing upgrades on her. Because for me, I have tons of games on here. I have trophies for all of them, but I do not have any completed. This one I'm the closest to. I think I have to get that one, and for that of either that for an American or British one, or that of a Japanese. And the other one is Japanese and German.
Nice work.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
There we go, just like that one. health from us at the beginning, then we just have to wait for the rest of any ship to get in within gunnery range. Like that one. She, come on, turn.
Enemy destroyer sighted.
There we go. Turn at least a little bit to where I could at least get two of my main guns on her. Go, let's see. Come on. Got one. 1 out of 4. Very bad. So far, this is a tied game, so at least we're doing that, unlike the last game, where it seemed like it almost one-sided. We lost, I think there was about 4 or 5 of us gone, and they only lost 2.
Breach. We're taking on water quickly.
And that one will get away from us. This one might be able to do something to where it's not over penetration every single time now. Stand corrected. Oh, good.
Critical engine damage. Hull breach. We're taking on water quickly.
Damn. Definitely got more, at least, ribbons and points, with damage points in that regard, but it seems like unless two destroyers, unless those 2 destroyers can kill those other 2 destroyers, and then go get the cruiser, which that'll be the one that definitely would hurt them, not the other destroyers. Then go get the battleship, which you can torpedo that from far away, and then go get the aircraft carrier. But by one of y'all, one of the other one going and getting the other objectives, so at least we can get some points in.
The enemy is about to win.
Yeah, this is gonna be bad. At least this time, though, we stayed in longer. Yeah, never mind, we're gonna lose this one.
The enemy is about to win.
No, duh. I mean, hope you do something. Hope you at least survive for 5 minutes. Right now, I highly doubt that. Battleship's firing at you. Battle cruiser, I mean. Bombers are coming in. Cruiser over there now hiding, yeah. Good luck, my friend. You're gonna need it. Let us try another. Let us go up the evolutionary tree into the Iron Duke now. Lot newer. Believe it has the same amount of guns. Yeah, 5, and this one had 5, I'm pretty sure as well. So, just better armor layout. Somewhat. We shall see, we shall see. Let us go. Off to war we go. Just looked at it, at the live stream. We're at 26 minutes. Ew. Hopefully we can keep going a little bit better than that. At least get this to an hour's worth of live stream or something. Is that the new one? I believe that's the newer one.
General quarters.
Yeah, I think I'll go towards more B with some of the rest of the ships. Hope you're enjoying this so far.
Enemy force detected. Enemy cruiser detected.
Somebody's got over the mountain. Sorry, had to clear my throat. Still have to. Give me a second.
Concentrate fire on the enemy.
Looks like, sadly though, none of our shots got hit that. About this salvo. Nope. Shot down 3 aircraft, shot plenty of salvos, but not one has hit a ship. This one will. Oh, but they can hit me. I can't hit them. What the heck is this crap? Let's see, let's try this again. Take whatever it is this time. Finally! Almost over 10,000. Almost over 9,000 at this point.
Enemy battleship.
Hey, we go to kill and now we're at 10,000 damage that we've caused.
We're taking on water quickly.
All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
Problem solved, sir.
Retreat now!
For what? No, we did lose our only aircraft carrier. One thing I don't get. A long time ago in the PC version, I don't know if it's still like this now, that you could actually get 2 aircraft carriers on each side. It definitely would make it more intense if you were able to get 2 aircraft carriers on the field. And you would have to definitely upgrade your ships with more the capability to fend off against more aircraft. Which these older ships, Tier 3 and 4, at least some of them probably wouldn't be able to. But some ships like that of Texas, they can handle them.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
we're doing good, but now we're one ship behind them. But we're all concentrated over here still as well.
The enemy is about to win.
Not after those torpedoes hit that destroyer like it just did. Yeah, I'll be out of gun range. Was that one?
The enemy is about to win.
Come on, let's go. Of course, he's running away. So now he's under fire. Come on, other Iron Duke, get in the gun range. Since I can't see the other one, that German battleship.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Lost another one. How can that be? This one be a good shot.
Enemy team is taking the
Frickin'
lead.
bombers are coming our way. Relatively. Yeah, their destroyers would definitely hurt them if they got them. Darn, we lost in terms of points, but at least this time we survived. Unlike the last two battles. Well, next, Queen Elizabeth, as you can see, since she's a tier 5, and I play with mostly my tier 5s to get me up to where I am now in the money. She has a lot of experience. Which, if I'm not mistaken... Yeah, I have over 3 million. And with how many coins I have now, they're doubloons, could not give that much. Oh, and yes, one British ship that I just now remember that I forgot is this one. This one will get its own video when it is fully done researched, since I do not have the stuff to help her along faster. Like the ships, for instance, which I don't think I have it in this one either. Yeah, commanders, no. Ships, sadly, no. That's no ships, none of that. So that one will be done, I don't know. Let's see again. That one will be done, like, probably by a few days. Could be. Or maybe in a couple hours. It might be done by Sunday, this one here. Then this one maybe, I don't know. Might have to suck it up and get at least this one that I plan to use as one of my commanders as that. which I need to level him up. At least give my battleships more of a less of a quicker reloading time. But wait, I think that needs to be he needs to be a 15. Yeah, we'll see what that one goes down to it. But for my at least tier 3 British commander, now that I think of it, let's get him at least. This one at least a couple more. These at least get him up to a level 6. Oh yes, and I forgot, like I said earlier in the stream, that I was going to check when it came down to it, even though I should do that next stream, which I probably will again recap the other German battleships, like that, like these ones. Oops. That was a design year for that one. Never mind on that one. Dead enter service, so that one was a good ship that I will not. Oh, there he is. Sean Horse. Ah, yes, that one did enter service, but I do not have that one. So again, that some ships will not be in the lineup. But I digress. Quit stalling. Stalling now. Let's get on with the battle with Queen Elizabeth. And then was the final of the British line, the King George V class. For multi-gun ships to now just the standard 4 turrets, to where we'll have the 3 turrets with multiple guns. And then with the British, them ending off with that Vanguard. Back to 4-gun turret. Back to 4 turrets with 2 guns each in them, but those ones are very low caliber. I believe they were 14 inches, even though I think they could have, but since they had those lying around, they decided to use those ones instead of give her, I think they could have gave her 15 inchers or 16 inchers. Kinda wish that could be an option in the game, where if it had it in the blueprints that you could actually upgrade her to the 15 or 16 inch guns, which I do not think British had 16 inch guns. I think the most they had was 15 inch. So at least that, to where at least they can, at least they would be able to do some, a little bit more damage. Ah, Warspite. The only other ship, I believe, in the Queen Elizabeth's line, and actually the only battleship to ever take a missile to her and actually survive with limited damage. These guns, these ships, have the ability, it looks like, to survive some very powerful weaponries, even though by now standards, when they test it, like against American battleships and a couple of other Japanese battleships in Prince Eugen, when they nuked the ships, pretty much this. If after the nuclear testings, Bikini Atoll after they were done, and they decided to actually properly sanitize them and clean them up, those ships would actually would survive. Maybe we could have given them back and say these are now museum ships, even though we nuked them. I'm pretty sure the radiation would not be able to. At least you could see it. I don't know. Seems like after the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, people could go back there after a while, so we could do that with the ships. Be neat. Instead of going diving on Prince Eugen, you can actually see here above the water and actually go see a Japanese battleship, one of the only ones to have survived the war. See Nagato, which they did survive. They survived above and below water testing. It's just they were not properly maintained afterwards. They were just left to their own devices, and they kind of slowly sunk.
The ship is on fire.
I think Prince Eugen she was going to be towed for scrapping, but she pretty much, damage was done. They didn't take care of her properly enough, so she sank somewhere. She sank somewhere in the Pacific, on a Pacific island. I think around the atoll. But that's where she lays. She lays with the keel of the ship pointing upwards. You can see one of her rudders. Well, her rudders and, I guess, propeller screws sticking out of the water, so you can see her.
Reporting the target position. Main turret critically damaged.
Come on, get over here, California. Oh, please make it. Damn. Trying to go to California, but then I get sunk by California because I believe I have the will to rebuild. To where if it's below a certain percentage, I could have regained health since I already used the one. Damn it. So at this point in time, Iron Duke is the only one to survive an entire battle without sinking. We lost both tier 3s. Now we've lost the tier 5. So pretty much now, hopefully we do not lose that of King George V, but like I said, since I do not play with many tier 6s, it's gonna be a coin toss, depending on how I play, if I play smart, and depending if I'm near my teammates that just don't up and ditch me like these two did, or I'm focus fired by the entire battleship lineup of the enemy team, it seems like. We shall see how that goes. But unlike Queen Elizabeth here, King George here is not upgraded besides that of hull upgrade. So he has the strength and the commander skill that allows him to get a little bit more HP. But does not have the range with his guns, and he does not have the maximum speed, which I know I could decide to just use the free experience, but kind of want to get another one of these premium ships that I can use free experience for, which the only ones are this little Russian one. These ones I can't. Pretty much either the Japanese cruiser, Alabama, or this one. Might choose Alabama, or let me see real quick before we do the final battle. It'll either be Alabama or it'll be Massachusetts. As I don't know, they're both the same, yes. I know that much, yes, they're both the same. What does it really matter? Just, I guess, to me, depends on this. Depending on how historically accurate I want, which one is more historical. Yes, I know this one did go against the battleship Jean Bach, which is in this game as well. Yeah, like right there, even it says battled against the Jean Bach while she was in her port, which I believe also she is credited to be the first U.S. battleship, or the first battleship to fire her guns against the enemy, and she's the last ship to fire her main guns at the enemy of the Second World War. So it's either this one or the only other South Dakota class, which is her sister ship Alabama, which might want her. Definitely for me, if I ever do, I'd almost want to get, besides one of those ships, I would want to get you at the Florida battleship, since that is my home state. Because why not? Simply why not? She'd be the first 4-gun U.S. battleship that I have, and just because she is my home state, why not? I have to represent me home state. If I had the doubloons to get to where she had the commemorative flag, which I believe was the Florida flag, I would have definitely got that one as well. Too bad they don't, just where you could separately buy flags in the shop. And before I go on, let's see the historical significance of that of Alabama, if she has any. Doesn't really say. No, it doesn't say. I'd have to look that one up. But let's stop procrastinating. Let us get to the final ship on the British line that I can take out to sea. see how this goes. The last battleship to have actually served, the last wartime battleship that was actually commissioned during war times, which I believe there's 5 of them, which Duke of York, King George V, and since this one in Queen Elizabeth actually went into naval theater of war, let me go grab my book real quick. Got my book, which since now
Battle starts.
there's the other British ship, so I think I'll go with my fellow British ship. But since we're in the battle, I'll have to just look up, like, seeing some ships here that on my thing where capital ship loss is at the very end of my little War at Sea book that I have. I believe the Prince of Wales is another King George V class battle cruiser. It says here that she was destroyed by airstrikes, and that would mean, yes, she would be somewhere in the South China Sea. So, definitely destroyed by the Japanese. Looking at this, Iowa, not fully upgraded. In terms of a couple, not many, I believe, a couple British battleships were actually sunk.
Attention. Reporting the target position.
Yeah, I have armor penetrating rounds loaded into all of my guns. I do not have high explosive rounds. That King George V is already hurting. See if we can get it a little closer. Well, we're just sailing along through. Let me see if I can at least find where this ship I know definitely was in a naval theater of war, which is in the Denmark Strait. Ooh, I can shoot her. Bad move. Got something. Let's see. No, this is too far ahead. That. Come on, where's the Denmark Strait? Almost lost that opportune shot. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. Come on, down. I hate destroyers when you can't see them. He's gonna sink me at this rate. Now I have to retreat already. Not before I shoot the other one.
The ship is on fire.
Yeah.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
Hate destroyers. I hate destroyers. I hate them. Make my spotter brain. Man. Powerful. Hate this. Like I said, the Iowa just up and ran. Yes, I know he does not have full health. He does not have it. He barely got hit. Jesus.
Our team has taken the lead.
They lost 2. They lost me. Let's see. Oh, of course they lose those. At least it gives me time now to look for the Denmark Strait in here. Because how much at times I go back and forth to this book, you would think I'd have stuff bookmarked in times of all this war. Wait, might be wrong on the year that I'm thinking of, but... Well, since we are no longer on our British battleship,
Concentrate fire on the target.
don't we have more than him? Yes, we do. So let's go to the other one. I was over on that side.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
Chicken. There we go. Pretty smart of him to actually still keep all... where he can at least get a broadside, but at least they can't really get one on him.
Target.
It's very smart when I see people like him do that type of stuff. I hardly see that with people that was Resolute or the Resolute or Dunkirk that do not do this. And am I missing something, or have I just lost me mark? Lost where in the world the battle took place? Yeah, I am losing it.
All stations.
Let's see.
Strategic target.
Thinking of Denmark Strait was in 40. Get Lenin. Which technically is sharing a design with you. And that had to hurt. And what is their aircraft carrier now that I think of it? Oh. Not good. That's American.
Good luck.
By the looks of it, that one was fully upgraded. Yep. Not gonna last him, sadly. Here we are. Never mind, it was Prince of Wales that actually was there when the hood sunk. But then Home Fleet, King George V, Victorious, and 10 other destroyers actually helped in sinking her. And that of renown, Ark Royal in I have no idea. Yeah, Prince of Wales helped her out, and if I'm not mistaken, if I go to my capital ship losses, yes, Prince of Wales was actually then lost in the South China Sea in the same year, kind of funny enough. Actually see if I can find that one. Now this is December. No, we've gone too far then.
Attention. Reporting the target position.
Our victory is in sight.
Where is that? Okay, let's see the date. Prince of Wales. 10/12/41. October. They always mix me up. So either maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is
Concentrate
in
fire on the
October.
designated target.
Then we're getting too far ahead here. Let us see.
Many thanks.
Okay, it must not really have been that much of a historical battle then if they're not letting me find it on here. They should. Ah, never mind. I just didn't go far enough. That's why. Good. Our British friend is winning. Let's actually see who we have
Good luck,
left.
everyone.
2 Nelsings and 2, so pretty much 2 British and 2 Japanese. Against, I believe that is Japanese too. So, not bad at all. Let's see. So it was destroyed by airstrike, so that had to come from the mainland. But then, how can that be when that one was part of British colonial powers, and there's no. Oh. Saigon. I don't think it's Saigon. Probably Saigon or Saigon. In China. Oh. In French Indochina. So yeah. Planes came. So army bombers. So army planes came and sunk that of Prince of Wales. In the reprehensible, I don't know, British people do this weird crap all the time with their ships. We won, but that hurt in terms of money. So now let us go down here. So pretty much, in terms of battle, we lost all except one, technically. First battle, sunk. Second battle, sunk. Defeated, but survived was Iron Duke. Sunk was that of Queen Elizabeth. Sunk was King George V. But we actually did win. But still, not good. So either I need to play with a lot more tier 6s, which actually let me take a gander real quick on how many I actually have. 7. So technically, I don't need to work on Colorado anymore since she is fully upgraded. I do need to work on North Carolina since she is nowhere near upgrade. Nagato, I just need to get, what, 55,000 more. still need a lot for you, 1,000 away, and definitely 100,000 away for that. Don't need to work on you. You are done since I have that of Tirpitz in Bismarck. Bismarck just has to be upgraded. Definitely gonna need to get you're nowhere near your first upgrade still. Still a long way away from Resolute. And me little Soviet battleship, you, like Lemoyne, are nowhere near this. Still a good, powerful battleship, but your armor, let's just show that off. Yeah. It's good, but you get hit one spot, you're but not bad. You definitely do see the evolutionary standpoint that they did from the first battle, this battleship, from probably, well, technically not the first one. HMS Dreadnought is the first one. One of the early Dreadnought designs where, yes, they have multiple guns, but they have one on each side, a starboard and port and starboard side, with still little multi-gun, multi-use different guns, slight AA guns, where we then go up the evolution. Let's see. We go from that of 09 to, let's see, the 12. Drastically different design change in everything that you can think of. All gun, they got rid of the port and starboard guns on each side. Put one of them in the front, and I believe another one in the back for this design. Yes, there's two in the back versus the three. So pretty much, it took the port and starboard guns, added one to the middle, past the aft smokestack, and put the other one there. So go from there, still have the multi guns in it, but not as many as her predecessor, even though that which will technically still do. But technology went from there to where guns are about the same, probably a little bit more accurate than what their predecessor is. A lot longer, more armor, given a little bit more space, probably to get a little bit of longer caliber gun, but still the same caliber. Still got multiple little guns since at the time. That was 12. This is 14. Lots different. War's halfway. War will be over in another 4 years, so at least an armistice, then the war. And then we take a massive leap into the future from 14 to, well, not really massive, 15, even though this is upgraded to be World War II standards. So yes, a massive of like 25 years difference when they modernized this class. Where definitely probably better range finders and everything, a little bit better elevation and guns, multiple little guns tubs instead of more condensed areas besides all over the ship. AA firepowers, AA guns because that of the upgrowing usage of aircraft carriers, and then an actually more modern warship like that of King George V. Multiple gun usage from when that one was, Queen Elizabeth was done in, let me see again, 1915, to where this one I believe is 1940. Yeah, 1940. A massive difference from that one being commissioned to this one actually being commissioned. Multiple guns, even though at the times they weren't working all the time, I've heard. Still, a massive difference. More powerful AA guns, better range, higher traversing angles, secondary guns, like better multi-purpose guns. Got rid of the 4-gun. Got rid of the gun turrets and condensed it down to 3, even though, yes, they did give them multiple tinier guns. And then for the last battleship in the British line, a 6 years difference, you'll see, definitely. better hull design, supposedly, to actually where they gave her that little square backing, because they did say it pushes the ship along. Maybe smaller caliber, but that's what they had at the time, so they just wanted to try and pump out another ship instead of make a more powerful ship. But still, in her own right, she is more powerful. Better AA guns, a little bit more advanced secondary batteries, but still all the same. Good. And I just noticed, since I guess this was towards the end, if you see right there that little gold circle, it looks like that's probably the the symbol of the Royal Navy, or the royal family, since doing this, since the ship was never actually, I believe, used as a warship, even though she was a warship. She was used at the time, I believe it was actually King George V himself that actually made this his family's personal yacht. What a good yacht, because right up there where that little turret is, I believe there was a couch there where the British royal family could sit. And I'll go more into depth when I actually get this ship and I do a video on her, which, who knows, I might do it when she's not fully upgraded, or I could do it when she's fully upgraded, but that'll take some time. But for now, a good little standing off point is with pretty much the last ship, the last class that was actually used during a wartime, that would of the King George V class. So I want to thank y'all for watching. Please like and subscribe and hit that bell to notify you anytime that I post a video or go live like this. And please leave a comment down below and tell me how you liked it so far. Like I said in the Japanese live stream for the battleships, for this, what is your favorite ship? It can be aircraft carrier, battleship, destroyer, cruiser, submarine, anything. Leave a comment down below when this becomes a video, since this is the end of the live stream, unless you type it in fast. Let me know. Or, out of the entire game, from PC, which has more ships, but slowly the ships are coming integrated into this game, from PC to Legends, which ship is actually your most favorite, and which ship maybe that they have on paper that they should put into this game, or maybe what could be the next researchable ship? For me personally, even though I do love my battleships more than anything, for me the researchable ship that I would like to do is actually see one of the most famous ships in US history, which that would be the aircraft carrier Enterprise, and she has the most battle stars in the entire US Navy, I think, still to this date. Was how I could be wrong. The other more modern ships could have more battle stars, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But that would be nice researchable ship to see. Or maybe add a new battleship. Maybe if you have a home state battleship that's actually on paper, or was an old one, like I know in the PC version they actually had the South Carolina class battleships, to where they were just as tiny as Mikasa, 2 guns and all that, which at the time they were actually named at the beginning, I know, the USS Michigan, which that would be neat to have, since my family is from there as well. Just pretty much like this. The battleships, get me the old tier 3 USS Michigan, or make her more modern like they did with Florida. Give me that, and give me and I know West Virginia is in here. That'd be another nice little ship to have, so at least I have where all the states that my family is from and where I'm from. Michigan, West Virginia, and Florida. Nice little battleship lineup, and I'd actually probably make those my favorites. Now I'm just rambling on, I apologize. Again, thank you all for watching. Put those comments down below for those questions that I have, and what is your favorite ship? What ship would you like to see? Or maybe they could actually make a whole little branch of line off, like what they did with Florida. Not, it's a paper ship, but maybe they could add on another paper ship and maybe you might be lucky and it could be your home state battleship name on there. Who knows? Let me know if you'd like to see that. But as always, I hope you'll have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. See ya.